Hey guys, today we are going to go over how to make a line plot. The thing about line plots is it's really important that you keep your work organized. So if you need to, use a separate sheet of paper to draw your line plot so you have a little more space. Anything you do, make sure it's all very neat and organized. So we're going to go over the let's try together. So why don't you get out your packets and do this part with me so that you can do your problem set on your own. So give me a second here and I'm going to share my screen. So here we go. You may remember this line plot from class because we actually did this exact one in class. So I'm just going to go over it again so you remember the process. So here it says, the chart to the right shows the distance fourth graders in Miss Smith's class were able to run before stopping for a rest. Create a line plot to display the data in the table. So here are all the students, and here's the distance that they were able to run in miles. So you may notice that all of these fractions are different fractional units. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make sure they are all the same unit. It makes it much easier for us to compare their distances if it's the same unit. So notice that the smallest unit is eighths. So we can decompose fourths and halves to make eighths. So let's go through that together. Whoops, I don't want a highlighter, I want a pen. So 2 1/2 is the same. Oh, let me see if I can change this. Okay, here we go. 2 1/2 is the same as 2 4/8. So you're going to write 2 4/8 next to it. So Ariana ran 1 3/4. 1 3/4 is the same as 1 6/8. So we're using equivalent fractions here to change them. So Bobby ran 2 1/8. It's already eighths, so we don't need to do anything. Morgan ran 1 5/8. We don't need to do anything because it's already in eighths. Jack ran 2 5/8. Again, we can leave it because it's already in eighths. Saisha ran 2 1/4, which is the same as 2 2/8. So we're making everything into eighths. Tyler ran 2 2/4, which is the same as 2 4/8. Jenny ran just 5/8. Anson ran 2 2/8, and Chandra ran 2 4/8. So now we need to plot these points on our number line. So let's start with Joe. Joe ran 2 1/2, which is 2 4/8. So here's 2, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. So we're going to write in here 2 4/8. Okay, so this is Joe. So we're going to mark a little X right above Joe. And then we're going to check off Joe because we've done that already. Ariana ran 1 3/4, which is the same as 1 6/8. So 1 6/8 is going to go right about here because it's pretty close to 2 holes. And then you're going to mark it with an X right above. And that's Ariana. Bobby ran 2 1/8, which is already marked for us. So we're going to X out, put an X for Bobby. Morgan ran 1 5/8. So 1 5/8 is just 1/8 less than 1 6/8. So I'm going to put it right about here. 1 5/8. And I'm going to X it right above. Jack ran 2 5/8. So 2 5/8 is going to go right here. Oh, I hope you guys can read that, but you know what I mean. And so we're going to put an X mark above that point. Saisha ran 2 2/8, which is going to be right here. Oops. And this will be 2 3/8. We'll just fill that in. I'm sure on your paper it'll be much more organized. It's just difficult to do on the computer. So Tyler ran 2 2/4, which is the same as 2 4/8. So we already have an X there. That means we're just going to stack it on top. And there's Tyler. Jenny ran just 5/8. So we're going to go all the way down here. Poor Jenny couldn't run very far. That would probably be me. I'd be Jenny. I can't run very far. Anson ran 2 2/8. So 1/8, 2/8. We already have one there, so we're going to stack it. And last but not least, Chandra ran 2 4/8, which is right there. So 3 people ran 2 4/8. That was the most popular distance. All right, and there we go. The only thing I would add is a title. And down here, you would write that this is the distance in miles. So we can put down here distance in miles. And up here, distances run by Miss S's class. All right. And that's it for today. So you guys can comment with any questions that you have, but use this to help you do the line plot in your problem set. And I will see my class today at 2 o'clock for class. See you guys later.